It is one of the most important jobs you have likely never heard of. All across the country, the Bureau of Labor Statistics employs hundreds of on-the-ground economists. They go to grocery stores and gas stations and hair salons, basically anywhere American consumers go, and they check prices. And that national scavenger hunt of sorts is the key to the U.S.'s ability to measure how much inflation is rising or falling at any given month, which is why it was so alarming when I saw this headline in the Wall Street Journal today. Economists raise questions about quality of U.S. inflation data. The Bureau of Labor Statistics told outside economists this week that a hiring freeze at the agency was forcing the survey to cut back on the number of businesses where it checks prices. In places like Lincoln, Nebraska, and Provo, Utah, and Buffalo, New York, the Bureau has just stopped collecting data altogether because it doesn't have the staff to collect the data. One economist warned the Bureau was having to turn to less effective methods to fill in the blanks. And by that, he literally means that the Bureau has increased the use of educated guesses where they don't have data. What could go wrong there? I mean, today, Politico was first to report that the Trump administration and officials from the Trump administration delayed and redacted a trade report they did not like. Trump has been pushing his tariffs by claiming that they will reduce the U.S. trade deficit over and over and over again. That's his message. But the U.S. Department of Agriculture was set to release a report that predicted that Trump's economic policies would actually increase the nation's trade deficit when it came to farm goods this year. As Politico put it, the politically inconvenient data prompted administration officials to block publication of the written analysis normally attached to the report because they disliked what it said about the deficit. What we don't know can't hurt us, right? Today, the Congressional Budget Office came out with its latest analysis of Trump's big, ugly budget bill, and the CBO's data showed that Trump's bill will add $2.4 trillion to the deficit. We've been talking about this through the course of the show, and toss more than 10 million people off their health insurance. The CBO's data has shown this bill was a stinker for a long time, but rather than change the bill, Republicans have been attacking the CBO.
The projection that he's referring to and others is from the CBO, the Congressional Budget Office. They are historically totally unreliable. It's run by Democrats.
You're referring to the CBO scoring, I believe, which is tenure scoring, and it's DC-style scoring.
Unfortunately, this is an institution in our country that has become partisan and political.
Now, the Congressional Budget Office is a firmly nonpartisan institution. The Washington Post fact checker gave the White House's claims about the CBO being a political entity for Pinocchios, all the Pinocchios they have to give, that is. The reality here is that the only problem with the CBO's number is that they make Republicans look bad. Don't take my word for it. Here was Republican Congressman Jason Smith, the chairman of the House Ways and Means Committee, and one of the main Republicans championing Trump's big, ugly bill. Here was Jason Smith last month preemptively talking about his skepticism around budget data before we even saw this data at all.
I'm very skeptical. Unless I like the number, I'm against the number. And I'm just being completely honest.
Unless I like the number, I'm against the number, telling us everything that was going to happen.